Gold IRA transfers, huh? Everyone's talking about it these days, especially with the market being, well, a little unpredictable lately.
Yep. Can't say I blame for looking at gold right now.
Right. And if you're wondering if making a move into gold is the right call for you, you're in the right spot. We're doing a deep dive today. Gonna break down how it all works, the good, the bad, and some of the stuff they don't always tell you on those flashy websites.
We're going beyond the basics today.
Absolutely. But before we get too far down the rabbit hole, let's start with the basics. What exactly are we talking about when we say gold IRA transfer?
It's really about shifting funds,
Hmm.
you know? Like,
Yeah.
say you've got your money sitting in a regular IRA, right?
Stocks, bonds, that kind of thing.
Exactly. A gold IRA transfer is like hitting the move button on those assets. But instead of sending them to a different account, you're basically converting them into, well, gold.
So instead of company shares, you've got actual physical gold.
You got it.
Okay, so that makes sense. But why gold? Why not, like, invest in a bunch of vintage action figures or something?
Well, I appreciate the creativity there. But gold's got this whole history, right? Thousands of years of being seen as a safe haven when things get rocky.
Especially when that inflation monster rears its ugly head.
Exactly. Your dollar doesn't buy what it used to, but gold tends to hold its value. Sometimes even goes UP when everything else is tanking.
Yeah, our source, Gold IRA Transfer, everything you need to know, pointed out how during that whole 2008 recession, when the stock market was in free fall, gold actually went up in value. Talk about a little peace of mind when everything else is going haywire.
Right. It's about adding some balance to the whole portfolio.
Not putting all your eggs in one basket, as they say. So that peace of mind is great and all, but let's get practical. How do you actually go about transferring your IRA into gold?
Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is talk to your current IRA provider. Yeah, whoever's managing your retirement account right now. Could be your bank, a brokerage firm, that kind of thing.
So basically, give them a heads up that you're about to make things interesting.
Pretty much.
All right, so we've given our current IRA provider the heads up. What's the next step in this financial switcheroo?
This is where things actually start moving and shaking. You're going to request a transfer form from your current provider, specifically one for moving assets into a gold IRA.
So this is like the official let's make this happen document.
You got it. This form is how you officially tell them, hey, I'm taking my money, or at least some of it, and turning it into gold.
And I'm guessing this form doesn't mess around with accuracy.
Nope, no typos allowed when your retirement's on the line.
Yeah.
You'll need to lay out all the important details here, your info, the new gold IRA provider, the whole 9 yards, make sure everything lines up perfectly.
Gotcha. So once that's all squared away and double-checked, what's next on our gold IRA checklist?
Time to bring your new gold IRA provider into the picture. You'll be sending that completed transfer form their way, along with any other documents they need.
And this is where choosing the right company really comes into play, right?
100%.
Our source seemed pretty gung-ho about Augusta Precious Metals. They kept raving about their security measures. Like, we're talking Fort Knox-level storage facilities and insurance policies.
Yeah, when you've got physical gold, you definitely want to know it's under lock and key.
Right. Makes sense to me. But we don't want our listeners just taking one source's word for it, no matter how enthusiastic they are. So what should people be looking for? How do you vet a gold IRA company? What questions should they be asking?
You've got to look beyond the marketing, right?
Yeah.
Don't just take their word for it. Dig a little deeper. Ask about those storage procedures. Find out what kind of insurance they have. Are they upfront about their fees? Transparency is key.
Love that. Transparency is key.
And don't forget those online reviews. See what other customers are saying. A little online sleuthing can reveal a lot about a company.
Okay, so we found a gold IRA provider that checks all the boxes, done our due diligence, the transfer form is signed, sealed, and delivered. Now we just wait.
Pretty much. You've done your part. Now it's up to the providers to do their thing and get that transfer finalized.
So while that's happening, can I kick back, relax, and picture myself like swimming in a vault of gold coins?
We can dream, right? But seriously, while the source does a decent job outlining the basic steps, there are some finer points they don't really delve into, things that are still super important.
Oh, like what? You've got me curious now.
Fees, for one. Transferring gold IRA isn't always free. Those fees can vary depending on the provider, so you'll want to know what you're looking at up front. Don't want any surprise deductions cutting into your returns.
Right, those fees can definitely sneak up on you.
Yeah.
What else? What other hidden gotchas should we be aware of?
Storage, that's another biggie. Different providers will have different storage options. You might hear terms like secure vaults or allocated versus unallocated storage. It's worth understanding those differences.
Because where your gold is stashed matters.
Hmm.
Okay, so we've covered the what of a gold IRA transfer, the how, but our source also had some interesting tidbits about the different types of gold investments you can make.
Oh, yeah. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You've got options. We're talking gold coins, gold bars, even gold ETFs. Each one has its own vibe.
So many choices. It's like building a gold-plated investment sundae. What's the lowdown on these different gold investments?
Well, it all depends on what you're going for, right? Your investment style, your goals. Gold coins, those have a certain, I don't know, tangible appeal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like picture yourself holding a gold coin from, say, 100 years ago. A piece of history. You can practically feel the value, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like having a little piece of art that also happens to